Hey friends, how are you guys? We are going to do a reading today. See what's coming up. The energy has been, there's a full moon in Sagittarius. We have a jump card. Come on. Talking about the full moon. There's a full moon in Sagittarius on Wednesday, so tomorrow, the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. And we're mid-year at this point, and there's so much going on around planets shifting, and I just feel like it's really starting to come together. The memos of the year are starting to feel tangible, but they're also starting to feel really real, for lack of a better word. And I think we're all kind of collectively looking at each other going, is everyone else feeling this way? Is everyone else feeling this way? And it's like, yeah, we're all feeling this way. We're all feeling this way. And so in a season, in a year when things are challenging like that, and there's just so many layers to the shifts, when there's a new moon or a full moon, the experience is going to be more so, I'm finding. So welcome to this space of let's discover what is going on. So we have the Chariot here, and then we have the Knight of Swords, and we've got the Four of Wands reversed. Let's see what other messages. There are a lot of jump cards today. Another one just jumped out. We have the Ace of Cups here. They're all jumpy. We have the Five of Cups here. Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Ten of Wands, Strength reversed, Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, Three of Wands. Well, you know. Okay. Well, opening things up here, it's like there's something that we're trying to achieve. It feels like there's something that we are, regardless of our fear and regardless of our worry and our anxiety around it, we're still committed. We're still committed to it. We're ready to fight the fight. It's a very verbal fight. There's like, it's coming from a place of chills. It's coming from a place of like our emotions, really just holding ourselves accountable for what we're discovering about ourselves, about this fear, about this worry. For some of us, there's a defensiveness around something that we feel might be revealed. There's like a worry. So maybe going on the offensive is the word more so than defensive, like ready to have it out. But this is a card of communication. It's an aggressive card of communication, though. It's swift and it's like, I'm showing up. On the other side of that moment, there's defeat. There's a sense of like loss. There's a sense of loss, a feeling of just like loneliness, a feeling of having missed the mark a little bit, a feeling of, having had to let go of something reluctantly, and just like tremendous amount of guilt, disappointment. Something's like slipping through our fingers. There's an energy here around a relationship. And it's like, there's a man here who's like soul searching, but also looking for like, there's a man here who's soul searching, and it's like, he's just like, I'm done trying this hard in this tide, like on this layer. But at the same time, he's like, I'm still going to keep persevering. I'm going to keep persevering, but he doesn't have the strength to face you right now. It's like there's this feeling of not having the same goal in the relationship right now, and not seeing eye to eye in a situation. Um, and there's this, it's almost like you've got this longing too. Like you're like, you don't want to let him go, but you've got this feeling of like, go on, like go get your shit together and come back and see me when you've figured that out a little bit. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, yes, ma'am. I'll do it. I'm looking. But there's this sense of like, there's also this hopelessness to him in this moment where he's like, what else can I offer her? Like, what else does she want? Your energy is so discerning. Like, you're like, is he going to be able to do it? Slash, like, I know he can do it kind of thing. So you're kind of like, it's interesting because I think you feel a sense of defeat in the relationship as well and worry, but you're holding the power in the situation right now, like in the couple right now, in the dynamic right now. You've got the upper hand, if you will. It's on your terms that this is happening. Um, and I do think he wants to prove himself to you. Let's see. This deck is calling me, so let's see if there's some messages in here or what messages are in here. Can you show me a little bit about what happened for the viewer? We're splitting the deck to Six of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles. So there was like a maybe even like a financial loss here that just set things back, I would say. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups here with the Emperor. The Star is here. We have the Six of Wands here as well. Reversed. And then we have the Ten of Wands with the Four of Cups. And we have the Queen of Swords is here. The Three of Wands, Fool, reversed, Princess of Wands, Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the Prince of Cups with the Universe reversed, and the Nine. We have the Nine of Wands here with the Six of Discs, the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Six of Cups, Eight of Cups. For some of you, there's an instance here where someone cheated and compromised your dynamic, or your trust, and they're trying to make up for it. I'm seeing you not really wanting to let them go right now. I'm seeing you feeling like you're still, your aura still like keeps them interested, and you've still got this enigma that's very tied to the story of you both together still, like that. It's definitely not over, but they messed up and they know it. They know they messed up with you. um I'm seeing you wanting more. I'm seeing you wanting more. Yeah, I'm seeing you wanting more. I'm seeing you also feeling like it's like you're holding the court of the next chapter here. It's this situation that has revealed itself is it feels chaotic and it feels overwhelming. But at the same time, there's an energy here that's serving because you're like, wait, how far can we push the envelope in the next chapter to make things that much better than they were? Like they can get so much better here than they are. And you're really not happy with where things stand. So this is a test. You're testing this person. You're testing this person. The line is so fine. Like you're in a very, very, very discerning time with them and with yourself, like with what you want out of life, what you consider to be worthwhile. It's almost like this situation shifted your perspective completely. Let's see. There's a sense of like this feeling of like purgatory right now. Like everything has just shifted. They have a tremendous amount of guilt that they know they have to toe the line with, that they know they have to look at, but they're not actually looking at it. I think they're more living in the anxiety of like failing you in this moment than worrying about looking at themselves, which is problematic. Oops, I just mixed two decks. Just kidding. I mean, we could do that, but we're not going to do that right now. Here we go. There's a message in this one. King of Swords. Let's see what happened with the viewer's person. Like, what are they going through right now? What do they want to tell the viewer? We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands. The World is here also. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups here, reverse. We also have the Hermit. The Star. 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, reverse. There's an energy here where they're like, we can work on this. Like, we can work on this together. But the reluctance, you're like reluctant to stay. You're reluctant to stay in this situation. For some of you, there's family here that's been compromised. There's children in the picture that have been compromised. And for some of you, you're in a seat. Yeah, sorry. For some of you, you're in a place right now where you're not even together. Like there's distance. There's distance because of this. Very reluctant distance. And I think at some points in that distance, like there's a longing to know what they're up to and how they're moving forward, like what they're achieving in their efforts to make this up to you. There's this overwhelming sense of something has to give, and this person just really doesn't want to look at themselves. They don't know how. They don't know how. I'm also getting the energy here like they're like, is there someone else here that can kind of come in and like make up for my mistakes, make up for what I've done? Like, is there someone else here that they're trying to call in? You're not having it. Like, you're not having it. Like, you're like seeing through the bullshit. You're so clear. This is such a testy time because this ship could sink or swim in this moment. It could sink. It could sink or swim. There's a sense of hopelessness for them. Like it's so victimy. It's so they're the weaker person in the dynamic. So they're really struggling to their heart's in the right place, but I think it's a really hard for them to consciously move forward because they just don't have the experience or the knowledge of like moving away from these vices that are patterns that are probably still going to come up, and also just showing up, because showing up for you means showing up for themselves, and I don't think that's something that they're used to doing. Can we see what will be this person's next move? Can we see what this person's next move will be? Ten of Swords, the Emperor, the Chariot, the Eight of Coins, the Tower, the Two of Swords reversed, Judgment reversed, Three of Swords, the Death card, the Queen of Swords is here reversed, Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Five of Wands, the Sun is reversed here, the Nine of Swords are here, with the Hermit, for the Star again. They're working from a place of like just desperate. They're working from a place of just being so desperate. They're so drained. They're so tired. They're so tired. They feel so defeated. They're just like, tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do. Someone tell me what to do. And then there's this like Emperor card here that is almost like their soul looking at them, being like, you've got this. Like, come on, like, get back up. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. It's like calling on them to like get their shit together. And then they do. They've got it together here for a bit. And they're like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like there's this feeling of like just this feeling of loss, just being lost. And then they remind themselves of like what they're working for and what it means to them. And there's this goal, just this very, it's tender, but it's also very like desirable. There's a huge goal. There's a financial target as well. Almost like there's this conviction that like walking this path back towards you and doing what they know they need to do, but they don't know how to do it. So it's very confusing for them. Is presenting as desirable because they're like, if I walk that way, if I do that, then I'll have what everybody says that I can have. I'll have what's available finally to me. Like I'll find purpose. I'll find meaning through this. And for some of you, there's just a straight failure to move forward. They just can't do it. They cannot do it. And they walk away from what you could have had together. I do feel it comes unexpectedly for those of you. And there's just this tremendous sense of like, are we really here? And in that moment, there's just so much that reveals itself. Winter, fall, winter timeline. There's cheating here. And in that respect, there's just this overwhelming feeling of like, the end is here. Like, the end is here. Like, I failed again. The cards around cheating are reversed. So there's this, it's like no one's wanting to actually deal with it. There's an escapism that's happening on both parties. It's almost like, well, what other choice do I have? But like, there's these conversations and these decisions and these divisions and what's mine and what's yours, like stuff that needs to be dealt with, but is it's fragile. It's very fragile in that time. Um, just this overwhelming sense of defeat and despair. Like at that point, you don't even have the words to say what needs to be said, to look at the situation. Like you're just like, can't at that moment in time. Splitting the deck to the Knight of Cups reverse. So yeah, they don't have, I think they just know at that time that they've just done you so wrong and how they can't possibly ignore how they failed. With so many chills. It's like there's a very real conversation between you both that needs to be had, and it's like having trouble being had. There's a lot that lives in the gray. The Six of Cups are here. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of like strong feelings here around what is possible. There's a lot of memories. There's a past. There's a strong past that was tender and was really positive and was really built on helping one another. Death is here reversed. The Emperor's here again. Like this person has made their bed. The Fool, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords, or Nine of Swords, sorry, with the Lovers reversed, Six of Pentacles, the Devil is reversed, Queen of Cups upright, and then we have the Six of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups, the King, and Judgment. Oof. Yeah, there's an ending here. There's an ending here. It's almost like you're walking away. You're taking what you need to take and you're leaving. Some of you are taking children with you in this situation. This person feels so upset with themselves of like what they did and how they made this happen. But they're also like, they don't know what to do about it. They just don't know what to do about it. Like, it's like they're longing for things to be how they were, but they're not willing to look at their behavior and how their behavior's kind of reached a boiling point, like a tipping point. Also, in that moment, they're like, I've got this. Like, I can do this. They're like, don't let me go. Like, I'll prove it to you. And then they're like, there's like a there's like a fight, and on the other side of that, there's a fight, and on the other side of that, they're like, I'm going forward. Like, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna make this up to you. And then the Fool card is dividing that card with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So what we're seeing essentially is that their actions, they just get lost. They're lost. The feeling of lost is more present than anything else, because anytime they try to move forward, they just end up doing something that they know they shouldn't be doing, and they're not really sure why they're doing it. So then they go on their way and they're like, I'll make it up to you. I'll make it up to you. And then they're like totally lost. Like they're not in their energy here. They're just like, they're outside of their bodies and they're just moving forward. And they're like, what did I say that I would do? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Dividing of assets for some of you after that point. A sense of like, how did I get here? How did we get here? A sense of like starting over. And then for you at that moment, you just feel really shut out. You feel really shut out and you feel really like you're alone and very worried about your material well-being. And also just here hoping for like a prayer around calling in someone that will see you and that will make up for this person's kind of mistakes, if you will. And at the same time, there's this sense of like, you see things really clearly. You're like, I know that I have no other choice. Like, this is what the situation is. Like, I have no other choice in the matter. So there's like a sense of like your back's against a wall, but also this sense of like hopelessness within you and hopefulness within you, also, where you're like, it's two sides, it's happening at the same time. You're like, someone just come and make up for this mess. The period after that that is very, very tender for you, reevaluating your decisions, reevaluating your lens on life, reevaluating your priorities, reevaluating how you will navigate future relationships and who you want to be in those relationships, because you're looking at yourself like, how did I get myself here? Like, this person isn't who I thought they were, and now I'm back at square one kind of because of their actions. But there's something to look at on your behalf as well around expectations. I'm going to leave it at that because it's like kind of a heavy reading today relationally. So I'm sorry if you're going through it. It's never easy to go through it. Like, it's just not easy to go through it. But these are the moments that change us, and these are the moments that change our path. And these are defining moments. And I do think 2025 is a defining year in a lot of ways, for what happens in the future and what happened before this moment. So it's a confusing time. Like, it is a definitively confusing time. Absolutely. You're not crazy. It is overwhelmingly confusing. I see you. I'm wishing you all the best today, and I will see you very soon. Right back here for some more content. I also have shorts that I publish sometimes, so check those out if you'd like to see more of my readings. And thank you so much for being here. Leave me a comment if you enjoyed this. I'd love to connect with new people. And I also have a Patreon, which is a community where I actually write and share notes and inspiration and kind of just story tell, essentially, to help you feel seen through what you're going through. We're at about 100 members, and the link is always in my description box if you're curious to join that. It's completely free. So I used to be a writer, and that's sort of a hobby that I keep up in that vein, through that space. So that's that. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.